Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be VOD reviewing one of my subscribers. I have already coached him when he asked me to. He asked me if I could coach him earlier, and I did coach him, and I thought this was a really good VOD that a lot of people like you guys could learn from. So I'm going to be VOD reviewing this, and if you guys want to take some notes, if you guys just want to ask me any questions in the comments, please feel free to do that. Alright, anyways, so this is an arena game. This was at the start of Season 4. This is when before he was in Champs. So let me just turn up the audio here. And this is going to be pretty unedited for the most part. It might be a little bit like there might be a couple cuts like to certain parts in the game where I have to say something. But basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calling out, I'm going to be pointing out what he could have done better in his fights, his rotations, what he should just do better in order to maximize his success in the game and whatnot. So yeah. So as we can see, he's landing at Heart Lake, which is to be honest a fairly good spot. It has a fair amount of chests in all of the houses. The audio of this is fairly quiet, so I don't really know how to boost it, I guess. Alright, this is a good drop. He lands on this one chest. I just want to say one quick thing. I'm going to go back a little bit. I just want to say, if this house right here is completely uncontested, no need to land here. If this house has more chests, then just land here. No need to land all the way over here, so yeah. Okay, so one more thing I'm going to say is I noticed that this subscriber, he's really just looking one direction and he's not really paying attention to any of his surroundings. Like, there's a house over here that he should be looking towards. There's a house like there's a mountain over here that he should be looking towards. Just general awareness is really what you need to be like working on, is keep turning around, keep like pivoting, just like keep looking around yourselves to make sure that nobody has eyes on you. Okay, so right here, I paused it when you opened your map. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about your rotation. So you landed around here roughly, and right now you rotated up through this area and then around over to this area. So this is a fairly good rotation. This is an arena, so it's not as stacked and it's a dead side rotation. If I were you personally, what I would do is instead of making a dead side rotation, especially in a game which isn't as stacked, you can go for more kills like around the like slightly more congested sides of zone. Obviously, this is the most congested side of zone right now, and these are like, I guess you can say the lesser congested sides of zone. So if I were you, I would have personally made the rotate instead of going this way. I would personally go somewhere near Steamy Stacks and around near Dirty Docks retail row area. And this is simply because of the game mode that you're playing. You're playing arena, but if you were in a cash cup, an arena game and a cash cup game are fairly similar. So if you want to maximize the points in your cash cup, you should ideally be looking for some kills here. And sorry, I forgot to mention, for those of you guys that don't know, basically there are, I guess you can say, two basic sides of zone. There is the congested side, which is where the most people are, and then there's the dead side, which is where there's not as many people. So right now, this player, he is on the dead side of zone, which is basically this side, simply because it's closer to the edge of the map. Not that many people are rotating in, but the congested side of zone in this circumstance would basically be everybody from like here, this massive chunk of map right here. Everybody from here is going to be rotating forward. They're going to be coming towards the Authority, towards Stark Industries. They're going to be coming all over here. And majorities of the fights are going to be happening all around here. So he's in a good spot if it was a stacked game. But since it's not, like I was saying, he should be looking for a little bit more kills somewhere around Dirty Docks, somewhere closer to like Retail Row and a little bit where Frenzy used to be. But yeah, he's doing pretty well so far. Okay, I just want to say one quick thing here. You are inside of a cone, obviously, and you're looking out into this distance. So there's two things that I have a slight grievance with here. You are in a cone, but your cone is surrounded by 3 walls. So if I were to like try and draw your box, I guess you could say, this is your box right here. And there's a wall like right to the side of you to right here, and then eventually like there's one, I guess actually no, I can draw that a little bit better. Right there. Oh, nope, shouldn't use blue. I should use yellow. So, this is your like little structure, I guess you can say. And this is your cone. This is your little cone. That's a horrible cone, but I think you get the point. So, you really have limited sight lines. You can only really see in front of you in like slightly to this way. Alright, you cannot see behind you, you can't see, like, I don't know, this way. You really only have limited vision here. So if I were you, I would have made, like, a small box on top of this building and then sat in that cone instead of sitting where you are right now. I mean, I guess one of the most important things to think about is just your general, I guess, position. Positioning is really important, awareness is really important, but other than that, you're doing pretty well. And I think I'm realizing you stay in this cone for quite some time. Alright, so for this circle, this is the second zone that literally just appeared. You're in a pretty good spot of the zone. This, obviously, like I said before, the dead side is going to be way bigger this time because it's closer to the edge of the map. This is going to be I guess the dead side, and there's going to be a lot of little fights, little skirmishes, and brawls happening around this area. So you want to be really careful about that, especially on this mountain. That's going to be like the center point for all people rotating this way. They're going to be going that way. Doom's Domain, like if there's any people around here, they're going to be coming your direction, but it's not going to be too bad. So make sure, if I were you personally, what I would do is I would actually rotate in a certain direction, which is like right here, I guess you can say. This is a pretty good spot right there. Actually, let me use green. I would rotate around here if I were you. But it really just depends on what your playstyle is. I think from watching this so far, your playstyle is kind of passive, which is, you're in a pretty good spot for that. Okay, I actually just realized you marked the very edge of the map. This is okay, but like I was saying before, it's what? Like, if you were playing in a cash cup game, you have 0 kills, alright? And there's 29 people left. This is a fairly big circle, so this is going to be like a not at all stacked game. This is going to be like, what, 10 people in a moving zone, maybe, if actually lucky. But for the most part, what you're going to want to try to do is not go all the way to the edge of the map, but kind of set up around like the very edge of this. That's a really good spot. Maybe steamy if you want to play extremely safe. If you want to play like safe also, you can go to Pristine Point. You can go to a bunch of spots, but I would highly recommend that you kind of go for more kills here. I feel like you're playing kind of passive, and that's not great, but that's not too bad. Oh, okay. Alright, I realized something. So, I'm just going to quickly switch to a different color so you can see it. Actually, let me use blue. So, in this situation, you were running towards a build fight right here, which is actually, let me go back to that spot. Yeah, you were running towards this little, I guess, build, right? So, what I realized that you eventually do is as you're running towards it, obviously it's really good that you're keeping line of sights this way and then like in generally this direction. But what you do is you pick up the Stark Rifle and you instantly turn around and you don't turn back. So ideally in this situation, what you should be doing is you should be looking behind to make sure if there is anybody near that build fight, they're not shooting at you, you know? And you should even be keeping eyes up on this mountain. If somebody's up there and they start to beam you, you're very certainly screwed. So just, I guess, awareness. Awareness is the main thing that I'm seeing with you. That's like a slight pattern. Make sure you're more of aware of your surroundings, because that's really important for how you engage, how you play, you know? Okay, you see this guy. So, you don't need to be crouching this early. He's like, what? I'm gonna guess 70, 80 meters. I cannot, right? I'm guessing he's like 80 meters away. So, you don't need to be crouching at this point. It's not like he won't see you because you're crouching. So you can just generally just like sprint at him until you get up to about this point. Yeah, so right about where you are now is where he's about to hear you. And if you uncrouch here, that's not great. I'm hoping that you don't. Yeah, you do. I guess that's okay, you know, because he heard you, so. So, I'm not exactly sure what your motives were. I don't know if you wanted to get on top of this guy simply just to base up on top of him, or if you wanted to try and fight him. But I'm assuming you want to try to fight him, so I'm assuming you get into a box fight here. Okay. One thing that I see that's already kind of, I guess, like, I don't want to say wrong, but I want to say slightly strange. You had this top box. This is your piece control. This is all you. And this opponent is in this box. So what you could have done, oh wait, whoops, I rewinded too far. But like I was saying, what you could have done here, he built this box right here. However, there's a wall that's like, that's right up here. Like, I don't know if you can, so he has this box right here. I guess I'll try to draw it, but this is his box right here. And I'm gonna draw this in a different color. This wall right here on this side of his box, that's yours. What you could do is you could edit this up and then attack him because you already established piece control on him. But honestly, one of the hardest parts of piece control is remembering that you actually have it. So I guess that just comes with practice. And obviously he builds up, he gets a pretty solid shot off on you. Okay, this is decent. You're establishing high ground. This isn't bad. That's a good side jump. Oh. Yeah, that was great. That was really good. I'm gonna point that out, what you just did there. What you just did there was fantastic. So you see that... I gotta get a good angle. Alright. Okay, so you see that he has a ramp right here. Alright? And this is really good. What you do is you establish piece control by putting a cone and trying to box him. Sadly, he was beneath you. But that's okay. That's okay. You still have him in your line of sight. Thankfully, he missed the pump shot, which is really good for you. Oh, okay. I'm gonna also talk about this. That's good. Yeah. Good kill. Solid kill there. However, you had some pretty good aim. You hit your shots. Solid. But what happens right here is you hit him for 80, you hit him with your Sark rifle, then you hit him with your pump again. What you could have done in order to make sure, like, because this player obviously is not very good, he's in a bad position, he doesn't know how to, he has pretty bad aim, he doesn't hit his shots. That's the premise. This player is not good. So what you can do is when he jumps down like this, there's a whole opening, like right right here, that he could I don't know how to describe it, but like there's a wall right here, like right here, like you can place a wall, like basically just establish a little bit more piece control. Right now you guys are just standing on a platform and shooting each other. Like that's the simple way of saying. Oh, actually that was a perfect angle. Right here. So these 3 walls right here, you could place these 3 walls, trap him in, and basically just kill him that way. Because if he was a better player, and he had, like, I guess, better aim, better mechanics, he could easily get out by just building a ramp up, or like building a stair, placing a wall, doing something of those sorts, and he could easily escape. So your job should be to like, claim piece control in this situation, you know? Okay, it's a good kill, it's a good kill. You've got pretty good loot now. Alright, so one thing I'm noticing that you've been doing a lot this game is, especially, like, if I go back to where you pull up your map. Alright, so right now, you're on a oh my god. Alright, so right now, you're on this side of zone. You're in a pretty decent part. You're obviously on dead side of zone. These congested side is more over here, this area. But what you should be looking for here is, first things first, you're in a bad spot because you're on the low ground. There's a mountain right here that has complete line of sight onto you, and you don't want them to shoot you, is I guess the main premise. So let me switch to a different color here. What you could do, and this is very simple, you could just build up to the mountain, and if you're chilling right here, you can see basically everyone. Like, because this and this aren't that much of a height difference. I mean, obviously, it's a mountain, and then this is the peak, and then it goes back down, and then it goes back up to the Stark Industries, like, circle, I guess you can say. So I guess the main premise is position yourself so that you can see people. Right now, I noticed something that you're doing, like, if I go back into game, you're just sitting in your box, just, like, hopping around, or, like, you're doing whatever. You have a perfectly good cone up here that you could hop into. You can peek through this wall. You can even leave your box. You can just, like, use your crash pad to get up to the mountain. There's a bunch of stuff that you could be doing here that would make it easier for you to get information, because in the game, in all honesty, information is the most important thing for you to win a game. If you know where your opponents are before they even, like, they hit you, it's called wall hacks. But if you are, like, in a good position, so you can see people, and you can I guess learn where people are, what health they're on, what fights they're in, like, in that kind of stuff, it's just generally gonna help you win the game more. Alright, so right here, you're making a dead side rotation over towards those houses of Pristine Point over there. And this is the mountain that I was talking about before. Okay, this is an okay rotation. Alright, you're in a house here. Okay, so you're in a base now. So right here, obviously, if you open the map, hopefully you do. Let's hope you do. Once again, be sure to just hop into your cone, check out what's happening. No need to just stand still in a box where you can't really see anything, you know? Like, I have absolutely no clue what you're doing, but, you know, that's okay. Alright, good. Oh, no. So the only issue that I have with your, I guess, positioning right now is, first things first, this Stark Industries circle, it has, like, what, 90 to 100 meters of, like, height difference, so, what, if the zone pulls here, like for instance, if the next zone pulls like this, that's a horrible drawing of a circle. Let me just fix that. Okay, that's not much better. But if the circle pulls here, it's gonna be really difficult for you to get up there. You're gonna have to use at least like 300, 400 mats to protect yourself. It's gonna be really difficult. So if I were you, personally, I would position somewhere closer to around here, because it's not as congested as, for example, like here, like this area, but it's still on that peak. Like specifically, if I were you, I'd position exactly here, like a base right there. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, this guy is oh, whoops, that was awful. This guy right now, that guy's the height of the entire lobby. He's above every single person, right? And you are just running normally, which this isn't bad. You're not in a bad position. Obviously you're using your double movement binds, which I see, that's very good. So yeah, you're not in a bad position. There are people who can see you right now, and I think you're a bit too open. I guess like you're revealing yourself a bit too much. However, so yeah, once again, great job positioning on the edge of zone, which like I'm gonna try to go up here and like circle this. Great job positioning on the edge of zone, but you should ideally try to position up on this hill, simply because it'll just help you, I guess, not waste as many mats. If you waste the mats earlier, you have more time to refarm. That's just the philosophy. All right, I'm gonna forward up a little bit. All right, this is good. Yeah, so like I literally called this, by the way. But zone pulled right here for the most part. Some of it's up on top of that hill. What you're doing right now, okay, this isn't bad. You're in a solid base. You're in zone, which is good. Oh, take shots at that guy. Okay. So I see that you're a very passive player. I think during endgame is where you kind of need to start being a little bit more aggressive. I don't know exactly what your goal is here, but I'm just going to infer that you're trying to get some kills. Okay, your aim needs a little bit of work, but that's okay. That's actually probably like the second or third easiest mechanic to improve. Alright, good. Oh, that guy? Okay. Alright. So, this guy is built in wood. You are built in brick. You have a crap ton of ammo, a crap ton of shotgun, like, oh, I completely circled the wrong thing. You have a crap ton of ammo, shotgun ammo, crash pads. This guy is the freest kill. If you're confident in your fighting, and this guy is based up in wood, especially brand newly built wood, you gotta rush this guy, man. This guy is out of position. He's on the edge of zone, which is a great position for you right now. Take this guy's position, just go and kill him. Honestly, I mean, I understand if you don't want to take the 50-50, but at this point, it's worth it. Those are some good tags, good tags. Oh, that's actually, wait, was that the guy on the wood? Yeah, that's the guy in the wood that just escaped. But yeah, also, the entirety, like, every single person right here is in wood. Like, all of it's in wood. So you could take shots, just like, bro, you have so much ammo. Just, like, take more shots, I guess I'd say. Like, be a little bit more aggressive in this situation. Alright, if I'm gonna forward it a little bit. This is good. You built another box in. That's good. Being based up in 2 is always better than being based up in 1. Oh, that guy's free. You could take an easy shot at it. No, take a shot at that guy. Oh, okay. I want you to pull up the map, please. Alright, but I'm just gonna use the mini-map. So, you obviously don't have zone. Zone is extremely far. It's almost like, I don't know, it's probably like 100, 150 meters. It's very far. I guess the easy way of saying this is your job here should be to crash pad and also to make sure that you're constantly using your wood in this situation to tarp, because it's first moving. People are going to shoot at you, but if they shoot at you, you have enough wood to back them up. You've already used a lot of your hard mats. You have like what, 500 hard mats. It's a good amount, but it's not enough to last you the entire end game unless you get a refresh. So just to forward it, I'm going to go a little bit ahead. You should use your crash pad here, ideally. Okay, you got stuck in zone a little bit. Good crash pad usage. Very good. Oh, this is great. This is awesome. Oh, I really like what you did here. Okay. Right now, you're in a phenomenal position. You're ahead of the zone playing dead side. Like, you're in a really good position. Alright? What you can do here, I'm hoping, I haven't watched the rest of this, so I'm hoping you base up in like a nice metal tower and take shots at the people behind. That should be your goal right now, because you're way ahead of everyone and you have so much free time right now. So, okay, yeah, you build. Nice, you're taking a couple of shots, but you didn't actually shoot. That's okay, though. Oh, okay. Alright. This is actually something I've seen with you a little bit more. Be sure to always, especially during endgame, this is extremely important during endgame, cover yourself, man. Like right now, there's people up here, obviously. These guys have insane line of sights on you. Like these guys could just laser you at any time they want. And if there's a guy over here, even that guy could laser you. Like, it's a bit... Build a bit more is what I'm saying. You have a fair amount of mats, like a fair amount of wood, so just use it, man. Yeah, that guy's in a boat. What the hell? Oh, that's just unlucky. Oh, build! No! Oh, no, man. No, don't pop minis! Oh, no. Okay. Alright, that was partially your fault and partially not your fault. This guy, this absolute piece of cheese, decides to push you. And he hits you with a boat. That's unlucky. But the second that guy hits you with a boat, this guy right here, and I don't know if you guys can see him, he's in the top corner. That guy starts spraying you. Instantly build. And it took you like, I guess that's just reaction time, but it took you like, I don't know, 3-4 seconds for you to like realize that you were being shot at and to build. Right? I'm gonna actually put this in slow motion. I don't know how I can slow it down. Maybe I can just, I don't know, like, click something. Yeah, right here. So if I were to go to playback speed, I'm gonna go to slow motion real quick. What? Oh my god, the audio. So what you should be doing here, you get hit with the boat. Alright, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you start building. You have lost almost all of your health. And it's not all your fault. I guess the part that isn't your fault is that the boat hit you, but the part that is your fault is that you're not building. That's the thing. You have in a surplus of mats. All right. And right now, if I were you, I would switch to hard mats simply because the entire server is looking at you, and they're all hitting you. They're like, just instantly switch to hard mats. You're very lucky that you got placement here. You're extremely lucky that you got placement there, but that's okay. All right, don't worry. But right here, obviously, you get trapped in storm and you die. So I guess I'm gonna put I'm gonna try to draw this out, but I'm gonna put some main points to take away. Alright, nope, whoops, I should put takeaways. I cannot draw, oh my god, I cannot draw with this mouse. I guess, okay, you know, I'm gonna type it down here, actually. I think it just might be easier. Your takeaways. Realistically, should just be, take a bit more fights. Or actually, you know what? Screw them. I'm gonna say them verbally. Alright, so I'm gonna give you your takeaways. Your takeaway should be, take a bit more fights. Take way more fights, actually. You took, like, one fight that entire game, and you didn't really, I guess, like, try to take fights. You just kind of, like, thought about it. Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm, like, obviously I can't read your mind, but I was assuming you saw people, you were like, okay, should I fight this person? Should I not fight this person? Most of the people, like almost all of them, I shouldn't fight this person is what you thought. I guarantee that. But, I'm not sure though, so I don't know. But your takeaways, take more fights, focus on whatever, like, what the type of lobby is. If it's a stacked game, make some dead side rotates. If it's not a stacked game, go for some kills. Be sure to always be doing something, always be in a cone, like, always be, like, expanding your vision, gathering information, because information is really important in this game. And realistically, in Fortnite, the thing you're fighting for is obviously, like, being the last man standing, but also, you're fighting for time. If you can save time, like, I don't know, doing little things, like, by, like, standing in a 1x1, sitting in a cone, those things, like, waste time. What you should be doing is constantly be thinking about what I'm gonna do, where my next rotate's gonna be, all of these things. That's what's gonna separate you from the low class, like, not as good players, you know? Right now, I'd say that you're fairly decent. You had some good shots in there. Just work on your piece control, work on your aim a little bit too. Your mechanics, for the most part, seem okay to me. They'll last, but you should work on your edits a bit more. Not too much, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, you have fairly decent mechanics. But I guess that's the big takeaway, like, the whole last thing I'm gonna say. Focus more on why and what you're gonna do in the game. You know, that's just the big takeaway. Why you're gonna rotate this way, why you're gonna establish piece control, why you're gonna do all this stuff. That's the big question that you need to answer. But yeah, that's basically it. So thank you so much to the subscriber for letting me VOD review him. I would just like to say, if you guys did enjoy this video, please drop a like and sub to the channel. Be sure to tell me if you guys watched the whole video, and if you did, it really helps me out, so thank you so much. But also, I guess for the most part, if you guys do like these types of videos, be sure to tell me down in the comment section so I can continue doing them. And if you guys want me to coach or VOD review, I will 100% do that. So just please reach out to me, please let me know, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, bye guys.